The punks laughed as they threw rocks at the old man's dog.
"Just a mutt, old man. Teach it some manners."
But in exactly 90 seconds, when the off-duty police canine officer pulled over and saw Rex's face, then Thomas Briggs standing calm with his hand in a specific position, those kids would learn the difference between a pet and a weapon, and between an old man and a Navy SEAL who'd spent 28 years teaching the deadliest dogs in the world when to attack. Riverside Park, 6:45 a.m., Tuesday. The sun was just clearing the tree line. Joggers, dog walkers, retirees getting their steps in. Suburban normalcy. Thomas Briggs walked the same path every morning. 69. Faded Marine's hoodie, cargo pants, work boots, ball cap pulled low, gray beard trimmed military neat. He moved slow, deliberate, the way men move when their knees remember every jump from a helicopter. Beside him walked Rex, Belgian Malinois, 10 years old, tan coat, black mask. The breed SEALs prefer over German Shepherds. Faster, more agile. Rex had a slight limp in his rear left leg. Shrapnel wound. Helmand Province, 2014. But he walked proud, head up, alert. They'd been together 11 years, 2 tours Iraq, 1 Afghanistan. Thomas retired 2015. Rex retired with him. Not to a kennel, to Thomas's home. Because that's what you did for a dog who'd saved your life 3 times and 47 others by detecting IEDs. 4 young men sat on a park bench near the playground. Early 20s, athletic gear, basketball shorts, expensive sneakers. One vaping, another scrolling. That look. Bored, entitled, looking for entertainment. Thomas walked past, Rex at heel. Perfect, trained, disciplined.
"Yo, check out the old dude with the dog,"
one said, loud enough to be heard. Thomas kept walking. Rex's ears twitched, but he didn't turn.
"That's an ugly-ass dog,"
another laughed.
"Looks like it got hit by a truck."
Thomas stopped. Not fast, just stopped. Rex stopped instantly, sitting, waiting. "Gentlemen," Thomas said, voice quiet. "Have a good morning." He turned to continue. One of them, the biggest, stood up.
"Yo, old man, I'm talking to you."
His name was Derek, 22, college dropout, gym and bars. He walked over. His crew followed.
"Your dog pissed on this bench yesterday. My girlfriend sat there. Got her pants dirty."
Thomas looked at him. Rex doesn't urinate on benches. He's trained.
"You calling me a liar?"
"I'm saying you're mistaken." Derek laughed, looked at his friends.
"This old dude's got an attitude."
One of the others, skinny kid with a man bun, picked up a rock, tossed it. It landed near Rex. Not on him. Near. Rex didn't move. Didn't flinch. Just sat. Eyes forward. Waiting.
"Huh. Dog's deaf,"
Man Bun said. He picked up another rock. Bigger. Threw it. This one hit Rex in the shoulder. Rex's ear twitched. That was all. Thomas's jaw tightened. His hand moved slightly. Dropped to his side, open palm, fingers loose, ready. "Don't do that again," Thomas said, still quiet. Derek stepped closer.
Or what? You gonna fight all four of us? You can barely walk."
"I'm asking politely. Don't throw things at my dog."
"It's a public park. I can throw whatever I want."
Derek picked up a stick. Fake threw it at Rex. Rex still didn't move.
"See? Dog's broken. Should be put down."
The third kid, wearing a jersey, crouched down, got closer to Rex.
"Here, boy. Come here."
He reached out. Fast, aggressive. Not to pet, to grab. Rex's eyes flicked to Thomas, waiting. One word, one gesture. Thomas's hand shifted, slightly, palm facing down. "Stand down." Rex stayed. The kid grabbed Rex's collar, yanked.
"This thing even alive?"
Thomas took one step forward. "Remove your hand from my dog."
"Make me."
Jersey tried to pull Rex closer, to intimidate him. Rex allowed it. Didn't resist, didn't growl. Just let himself be pulled, because his handler hadn't given the command. Derek laughed.
"Dude, this dog's a pussy, just like the old man."
Man Bun picked up another rock, bigger, threw it hard, hit Rex in the ribs. Rex turned his head, looked at Thomas. "Am I allowed?" Thomas's hand remained still, palm down. "Stand down."
"Yo, I think the old man's scared,"
Jersey said, still gripping Rex's collar. A jogger slowed down, watching, uncomfortable, not intervening. Derek stepped right up to Thomas, inches away.
"You got something to say, old man?"
Thomas looked at him. No emotion, just assessment. Derek was 6'2", maybe 210. Gym muscles, no real combat training. Led with his right, vulnerable to leg sweeps. "I'm giving you one more chance," Thomas said. "Walk away. Let go of my dog."
"Or what?"
"Or you'll regret it." Derek pushed Thomas, both hands, hard. Thomas took a step back, absorbed it, didn't fall. Rex's entire body tensed, ears pinned back, muscles coiled. He was no longer sitting. He was in a crouch, ready, waiting, begging for the command. That's when a vehicle pulled over. White Ford Explorer. Riverside Police Canine Unit written on the side. The driver's door opened. Officer Sarah Chen stepped out. 38. 12 years on the force. 8 years Canine Unit. She wore the uniform with earned authority. Beside her, a German Shepherd emerged. Diesel, 5 years old, patrol certified. Sarah's eyes swept the scene. 4 young men surrounding an older man and a dog. One kid gripping the dog's collar, another holding a rock. Clear harassment. Then her eyes landed on the dog. She stopped, stared. Belgian Malinois. Tan coat, black mask. Distinctive scarring on the left rear leg. The way it held itself despite being grabbed. The discipline. She knew that profile. "Rex?" Sarah said, not loud, but the name carried. The dog's ears swiveled toward her. Recognition. Then she looked at the old man. Faded Marine's hoodie, ball cap, the stance, the way his hand hung at his side, open palm, down position, a canine handler signal. "Handler Briggs?" Sarah's voice changed completely. Thomas looked at her, nodded once. "Officer." Derek looked between them. "You know this old dude?" Sarah ignored him. She walked straight to Thomas. Her posture shifted from authority to respect. "Sir, I didn't know you were in Riverside. I served with Lieutenant Morrison. He trained under you. He talked about you and Rex constantly." "How's Morrison?" "Good, sir. Captain now. Running the canine program in San Diego." Derek still had his hand on Thomas. "Yo, are we gonna—" Sarah turned, expression hard. "Remove your hand from that dog. Now." "We were just now." Jersey let go, stepped back. Sarah looked at the four. "Do you know what you just did? Do you know who this is?" Man Bun shrugged. "Some old guy with a dog." Sarah pointed at Rex. "That dog is Rex. Combat canine, United States Navy. 2 tours Iraq, 1 Afghanistan. IED detection specialist. 47 confirmed detections. Explosives that would have killed over 200 service members. He was awarded the Dickin Medal, the highest honor an animal can receive for military service." The four went quiet. Sarah wasn't done. She pointed at Thomas. "And this is Chief Petty Officer Thomas Briggs, retired, Navy SEAL, canine handler for 28 years. He trained every combat canine that went through SEAL Team 3 from 1995 to 2015. He wrote the manual we still use." Derek's face had lost color. "Rex saved Chief Briggs in Fallujah when he detected an IED 30 seconds before their convoy reached it. Saved him again in Helmand when he alerted to a suicide bomber. And Chief Briggs carried Rex 3 miles through enemy territory after Rex took shrapnel protecting him." Sarah's voice rose with intensity. "So when you threw rocks at that dog, you assaulted a decorated combat veteran. When you grabbed his collar, you put your hands on a weapons system. And when you pushed Chief Briggs, you committed battery against a Navy SEAL." Silence. Diesel, Sarah's German Shepherd, had moved to sit beside Rex. 2 dogs, different breeds, same brotherhood. Thomas finally spoke. "Officer Chen, I appreciate the support, but I'm handling this." "Sir, I have to file a report. I witnessed assault." "I understand, but I'm not pressing charges." "Sir." Thomas looked at the 4 young men, voice calm. "They're kids. They made a mistake. They didn't know. Now they do. That's punishment enough." Derek found his voice. I didn't know. I'm sorry." "You should be. Not to me. To him." Thomas pointed at Rex. "He's given more to this country than you'll understand. He's earned more respect in one deployment than you've shown in your life." Man Bun was staring at Rex, really seeing him now. The scars, the limp, the discipline. "He's really been in combat?" 3 tours. He's detected explosives under roads, in buildings, strapped to people. He's saved lives you'll never meet. He did it for no pay, no glory, just because that's what he was trained to do." Jersey, still pale, looked at Thomas. What would he have done if you'd given the command? Thomas was quiet. Rex is trained to neutralize threats. He can take down a target in under 2 seconds. Go for the throat or arm. He's faster than you can react. Stronger than you can fight. Would he have? If I'd given the word, yes. But I didn't. Because I'm not interested in hurting you. I'm interested in teaching you. Sarah pulled out her citation book. Chief, I still need to document this. I understand. She turned to Derek. Names. All of you. IDs. Now. As she took their information, Thomas stood with Rex. The dog had relaxed slightly, but remained alert. A small crowd had gathered, watching. An elderly woman approached. Excuse me, sir. I walk here every morning. I've seen these boys harass others. Thank you. Thomas nodded. Ma'am?
Sarah finished taking their information, closed her citation book. You're each getting a citation for disturbing the peace and animal harassment, $500 fine, 30 days to pay or appear in court. Derek's jaw dropped. $500? For what? For assaulting a service animal. It's a misdemeanor. You're lucky Chief Briggs isn't pressing charges. If he did, you'd be looking at jail time. She handed each their citation. And if I ever see you in this park harassing anyone, I'll arrest you. Clear? They nodded. Now apologize to Chief Briggs and Rex properly. Derek stepped forward. Sir, I'm sorry. I was disrespectful. Thomas looked at him. Not knowing isn't an excuse, but it's a reason. Learn from it. Man bun and Jersey mumbled apologies. Thomas accepted them. Sarah watched them leave, fast, heads down, humiliated. When they were gone, she turned to Thomas. Sir, can I ask something? Go ahead. Why didn't you give Rex the command? They pushed you, assaulted him. You had every right. Thomas looked down at Rex. The dog sat perfectly, waiting. Because Rex has seen enough violence. He spent 10 years serving. Fighting, he's earned peace, but he would have protected you. I know. That's what he was trained for. But I don't want him to remember his retirement as another fight. I want him to remember walks in the park, sleeping on the couch, treats. He's given enough. Sarah nodded. Diesel sat beside Rex. 2 dogs. Calm, professional. Rex still has the drive, Thomas continued. I can see it when you pulled up. When those kids were threatening, he wanted to work, wanted to protect, but he doesn't need to anymore. My job now is to let him be a dog, not a weapon. Does he ever just play? Thomas smiled, small. Sometimes. He has a tennis ball he likes. He'll chase squirrels. But he's always watching, always alert. You can take the dog out of combat, but you can't take the combat out of the dog. I understand. Diesel's the same. Even on days off, he's scanning. It's in their DNA. Thomas looked at Diesel. You train him yourself? Yes, sir. Morrison taught me your methods. Positive reinforcement, building trust, partnership, not dominance. Good. That's the right way. Sarah hesitated. Sir, would you consider speaking at our K9 unit? We have young handlers. They know techniques, but they don't understand the bond, the responsibility, what it means to have a dog's life in your hands. Thomas was quiet. I've been out 9 years. Respectfully, sir, you're never out. The things you taught Morrison, he taught me. Your legacy's still active. It would mean a lot. Thomas looked down at Rex. That connection. 11 years of trust. I'll think about it. That's all I ask. Sarah pulled out a card. A number, if you need anything, or if Rex needs anything. The department has a K9 vet fund. We take care of our own. Thomas took it. Thank you, officer. Thank you, sir, for your service, and for Rex's. She knelt down, eye level with Rex. You're a good boy, a very good boy. Rex's tail wagged slightly, the first emotion he'd shown all morning. Sarah stood, saluted. Thomas returned it. She got back in her vehicle. Diesel jumped in. They drove off. Thomas stood alone. The crowd had dispersed. Morning continued. Normalcy returned. He looked down at Rex. "Oh, come on, buddy. Let's finish our walk." They walked the path. Slower now. Thomas's knees reminding him of every mile he'd carried a rucksack. But Rex walked beside him, steady, loyal, the way he'd walked through Fallujah, through Helmand, through Kandahar. They reached the far end, a bench under an oak tree. Thomas sat. Rex lay at his feet, resting but alert. An older veteran, maybe 75, walked past. Vietnam vet, ball cap. He saw Rex, stopped. "Belgian Malinois?" he asked. "Yes, sir." "Beautiful dog, military?" "Navy, retired." The old vet smiled. "I had a dog in Vietnam, German Shepherd. Saved my life more than once. They do that." "What was his specialty?" "IED detection." The old vet nodded. "Respect." "The important work. How many tours?" "3. And he's still here. That's rare." "He's tough." The old vet crouched slowly, extended his hand. Rex sniffed, allowed the touch, a gentle pet. "Thank you for your service, boy," the old vet said quietly. He stood, looked at Thomas. "And thank you for bringing him home. A lot of handlers don't get that chance." "I know. I'm grateful every day." The old vet walked on. Thomas sat. Rex rested. The morning sun warmed them both. Some bonds are forged in fire, some partnerships built in blood, and some friendships last long after the war ends. 3 weeks later, Thomas stood in front of 25 K9 handlers at the Riverside Police Department training facility. Young faces, eager, nervous. Rex sat beside him, calm, alert. Sarah Chen had made the introduction. "This is Chief Petty Officer Thomas Briggs, retired Navy SEAL, K9 handler for 28 years. And this is Rex, Combat K9, 3 tours, 47 IED detections, 200 lives saved." The room was silent, respectful. Thomas didn't have notes, didn't need them. "I'm not here to teach you commands. You know commands. I'm here to talk about partnership." He looked down at Rex. "This dog has saved my life 3 times. I've saved his once. We're even. But that's not why we're partners. We're partners because we trust each other completely." Without question, he walked slowly across the front of the room. Rex followed, perfect heel. Your dog will do things you can't, smell things you can't, sense things you can't. But your dog can't make decisions, can't weigh consequences, can't understand mission objectives. That's your job. You're the brain. They're the instinct. Together, you're complete. A young handler raised her hand. "Sir, how do you build that trust?" "Time, repetition, consistency. You don't build trust in a month. You build it over years. Every day, every training session, every meal, every walk, every moment, you're together." Another handler. "What if your dog makes a mistake?" "Then you take responsibility because you're the handler. Your dog can't be blamed for doing what you trained them to do or failing to do what you didn't train them well enough to do." Thomas stopped, looked at the group. "Rex has 47 confirmed detections. You know what that means? 47 times he smelled something buried under dirt, hidden in walls, strapped to people. 47 times he sat down, stared at a spot, and said without words, 'There's a bomb here.' The room was riveted, and I trusted him every single time, even when my eyes saw nothing, even when the equipment said nothing. Even when my instinct said nothing, I trusted Rex because he'd earned it." "Did he ever miss one?" the handler asked quietly. Thomas was silent for a moment. "No, not once. But I've seen other dogs miss. I've seen handlers ignore their dogs' alerts. I've seen handlers push their dogs too hard, too fast, and I've seen what happens when that trust breaks. What happens? People die." The words hung heavy. Your dog isn't a tool, isn't equipment. Your dog is your partner, your brother, your responsibility. You owe them training. You owe them rest. You owe them care. And when their career is done, you owe them a home. He gestured to Rex. This dog retired in 2015. He could have gone to a kennel, could have been adopted by a civilian who didn't understand him. Instead, he came home with me because that's what you do. You don't abandon your partner when they're no longer useful. You honor them. Thomas walked to the center of the room. I'm 70 next month. My knees are shot. My back hurts. I get winded walking upstairs. But every morning, I walk Rex because he walked with me through hell. It's the least I can do. After the session, handlers lined up, wanted to meet Rex, pet him, thank him. One young handler, barely 22, knelt down. Sir, can I ask him something? Thomas nodded. The kid looked at Rex. Thank you. My uncle was in Iraq. He said a dog like you saved his convoy. He made it home because someone like you did your job, so thank you. Rex's tail wagged, slightly. As they walked to the truck, Sarah caught up. Sir, that was incredible. The handlers were talking about it all afternoon. They're good kids. They'll do fine. Because of teachers like you. Thomas opened the truck. Rex jumped in, settled on the passenger seat. His seat. Thomas looked at Sarah. You asked why I didn't give the command that day. In the park. Yes, sir. It's because Rex has done enough. He's fought enough. He's served enough. Now it's my turn to serve him by letting him rest, by giving him peace, by making sure the last years of his life are filled with walks and treats and sleeping in the sun. Sarah nodded, understanding. That's what partnership means. It's not just what they do for you. It's what you do for them after. Thomas got in the truck, started the engine. Rex looked at him, that look, the one that said, where to next? Home, buddy, Thomas said. We're going home. Some heroes have 2 legs, some have 4. And the best partnerships are the ones that last long after the mission ends. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe for stories that prove loyalty has no expiration date.